Tonight, we're doing another winner chicken dinner, but this one's Spanish style, served with savory rice, Spanish chorizo, and all the classic seasonings. And then we're topping it with perfectly cooked chicken. One bite of this pollo, and you'll be saying, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, this is good chicken. Wow. Good pollo. Okay, that's hilarious, isn't it? No, okay, well, anyway, okay, so we got a big old skillet here. We love this. It's a one-pot wonder. I'm heating up 2 or 3 tablespoons of oil, and you've got some chicken.
Yes, I've got 6 bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs, and Chris is going to add some olive oil to the top.
You can do this, whatever you have on.
Yeah, you don't have to be.
You can do a whole chicken. You can do.
You can do chicken.
You can do boneless
breasts.
chicken breasts if you want. We think the skin just, there's flavor in their skin there.
There is.
So now we're hitting this. We're just seasoning it with some salt and pepper.
You're doing all the work.
I know.
I'm just standing here with my gloves, ready to go.
Looking pretty. Then we got now we're getting in some of these classic seasonings.
Yes.
We've got some Spanish smoked paprika. Just find some smoked paprika if you can, and you're going to be happy.
I'm going to rub that paprika into these chicken thighs.
So we're going to get this chicken, that skin nice and crispy.
All right, we're going to turn these over for Chris to do the other side.
Because we want flavor all over there.
Yes. Got a country accent with our Spanish rice.
I know. Well, that's the way we roll. Okay, now I'm going to hit it with a little more salt. You guys, this is, if you're always looking for a new way to do chicken and rice, I mean, oh my gosh,
we got a lot of chicken dishes too.
When we lived in New York City, there was a little food truck.
We're not going to do any of that.
Oh yeah, sorry. I got thinking about our days in New York City. There was a food truck right outside.
Oh gosh.
And we would get this almost daily because it was affordable and it was just so good.
Yes, Arroz, they would call it Arroz. With like a TH kind of at the end, con pollo.
So we're doing the Spanish version. There's lots there's a Puerto Rican that is very, very delicious and very popular, South American. What I love about it, okay, we're going to go skin side down.
Skin side down, people.
We're going to crisp this up first. And I'm going to crank my heat up. And anyway, it's chock full of so many seasonings and flavorings. It's just amazing.
It's a party in your mouth.
It is. And again, like I said, everyone loves a one-pot wonder, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so now I'm going
to take these off so I don't contaminate anything else.
Thank you. That's perfect.
Except for me.
You're contaminating. So we're going to let this go. It typically takes about 5 minutes. You just want that skin to get really nice and golden and crispy. Then we flip it off for another few minutes. Then we keep on. Aren't these beautiful?
Those look great.
So we let these go you want to kind of move them around into the skillet unless you've got like a super great non-stick because that skin might want to stick to the skillet a little bit. So just kind of nudge them around every little bit. But then after about 5 minutes, just check and see if the skin is looking nice and crisp and it's going to get that golden hue. Some of that's from the paprika, some of it's just from the nice crispy skin. And then we flipped it over, and it's not.
Yum! Look at those.
I know. Doesn't that look good?
I'll take them.
It's not. Those aren't 100% cooked yet, which is okay. We're going to finish it off in the oven. It all goes in the oven here. So that's an important point. Yeah, I'm draining off some of this grease. That skin's going to render some grease. So you want to leave about 2 tablespoons in here for cooking everything else. So now. Anyway, what I was saying is that this does end up going in the oven, so it's critical that you have an oven-proof skillet if all possible. You could even use. Well, you also need a lid, but if you don't have a lid, then you can just cover it with foil. Okay, that's 1 medium onion that I chopped. This is some cured Spanish chorizo.
Yes.
It can be a little tricky to find. I find that Whole Foods, if you are in the States near a Whole Food or North America near Whole Foods, you can find it. Anyway, if you're going to use, this is cured, so it's fully cooked. If you're going to use fresh, then I would put this in first. and then cook it, and then slice it. So it's going to be.
Oh, y'all, it's smelling so good.
The smell
in here.
is so good. So we're going to let this continue to cook until that chorizo browns a little bit. This rice gets, the onions get nice and soft, and we just keep building flavors. I know, the smell is ridiculous.
I love the hue that it's got going
It's
on
a
right
nice
now.
hue. I love that hue.
It's going to get hueier.
Yeah, a new word. Okay, so now we just added in 3 cloves of garlic that I've minced. And guys, this is the
really...
flavor and sensation is unbelievable. Now, I've got a cup and a half. I want to make sure I'm doing the right order here. Yes. I've got a cup and a half of short grain rice. This actually, again, did some shopping at Whole Foods the other day. They have what's called paella rice, which is used for making paella. You can, and it's perfect for this Spanish dish. If you don't have that, you can just use regular long grain rice. That works perfectly fine too. But we're going to the cup and a half of that, and I just want to get this nice and coated. Yum. Okay.
Yay.
Now, Wesley, you seem like you're mesmerized.
I'm not talking or anything.
He's so quiet. It's okay. Okay, now we got a 1/4 cup. This is, you can use sherry, you can use white wine. This is Madiera, which is
a Spanish.
Spanish.
Is it Spanish,
yes.
Portuguese?
Yeah, maybe it's Portuguese. They're so
good.
close.
It's so good.
If you like, I had to go to a liquor store to get it, and if you don't have that, you can just use, like I said, the smell. Sherry is perfectly fine, and make sure this is deglazing. Deglaze.
When do you put in my favorite ingredient?
In just a moment.
Okay.
And I was also going to say is if you don't have, and you could also do white wine, or if you don't want to cook with wine, you can just leave it out. I mean, seriously, it's going to be so delicious no matter what. Okay, so now we're getting really close. We are going to add some seasonings.
Yay.
I'm going to take this bay leaf out for the moment.
Okay.
I've got a teaspoon of dried oregano and a teaspoon, we're continuing with the smoked paprika throughout because it's so delicious. And this is, I debated doing this or not. This is saffron. Saffron, you don't need a lot. It's cultivated like by hand, which makes it pretty expensive and even kind of hard to find. A lot of supermarkets
This is
don't carry.
the little case that we have it in.
Yeah.
So we don't use it very often.
And that's the thing is you're only using a 1/4 teaspoon of it, and it's expensive, and you don't use it often.
Right.
But if you have it,
This is the saffron gives that signature yellow color that you see with oil. Arroz con pollo.
Yes. Anyway, it's still delicious without it. It is kind of one of the classic flavors, but it's still, if you don't want to spend the money on it,
I can't stop.
Totally understand.
I'm just like,
I know, like you're like, it's like hypnotic. Okay, now we've got, this is just, as I drop it in there, I've got a can
I like a little
porcelain in my chicken and rice. These are diced fire roasted tomatoes. I just think the flavor is great. That's with the juice. That's from a 14-ounce can. This is 3 cups of chicken broth, good old quality chicken broth.
You guys, we're making this during the holidays, so it's perfect like between holidays when you're really busy and you got to quickly whip up together something that everybody loves, and it's super heartwarming too.
It is, and it's always a family favorite. Now this can handle a decent amount of salt. So we got 2 teaspoons of salt. I'm gonna do a teaspoon of crushed black pepper. And then I've got a bay leaf that
Throw
I'm going to
that bay leaf in there.
Come on, bay leaf. And what's, this may seem like, wow, that's a lot of liquid. Well, that rice is going to absorb it and it's going to turn into the most beautiful, beautiful concoction. So we're going to let this come to a boil, then we nestle, then we bake, then we eat.
Yes. Wow.
The smell is really like,
when you make this and smell this, you'll know why I'm mesmerized.
I am too. Okay, so now that we brought this to a boil, now we're going to take it off the heat, and Wesley's going to nestle.
I'm going to nestle.
You're such a good nestler.
Thank you.
Now, hopefully you can do this where that crispy skin will stay above the liquid, so it will still stay pretty crispy. When you cover it up and it steams in there, it loses a little bit of its crispiness, but that's okay.
It's all right. It all goes to the same place.
It does. It still has amazing flavor.
Wow,
Isn't that
look at
beautiful?
that. Oh.
So now we are going to cover.
Do you want my juices?
Yes, the juices are so good. There's loads of flavor in those juices. Okay, so now we're going to cover it up. We've got our oven preheated to 350 degrees. I'm going to let it go for, it typically takes about 30 minutes. I like to, at 25 minutes, I want to stir that rice up. And so we'll do that. We've got to take the chicken out to do that, and then we'll stir it. Then we're going to stir in some roasted red pepper, some Spanish olives. Oh my gosh, it's just getting better and better. Okay, the smell is amazing.
Yay!
So we've been going about 25 minutes. The rice is probably not quite ready yet. And what we're gonna do, this may seem like, oh, that's a pain, but it just helps. Oh, look at that.
Ooh, it's coming to it. It's coming together.
So what I like to do, you need to stir the rice here to help just facilitate it completely getting cooked. And I find it's easier just to get that chicken out of there.
That's right. Come on, chicken.
So I've got my Loon here helping me out, and oh, that's looking so good. Look at that.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Just a little longer.
It just needs a little longer, and we're going to stir in these other goodies.
Hold on,
Doesn't
I
that
got a
look
bay leaf right
just
there.
delicious?
Okay, hold on. Scooch this over.
Okay, nice.
Got it.
Now this is it's just kind of a step to help you doesn't that look good? In
No.
this process. I love it. Okay, so now we've got a third of cup of just green Spanish ovens that I cut in half.
Olives are not ovens.
I can never speak. I don't know what's going on in my brain. I think I've inhaled too many, I don't know, bay leaves or something. So, or maybe it's the saffron.
Look at that color.
The color is beautiful, and that rice is starting to get really nice absorbed and all.
Okay.
So now let's go ahead and nestle the chicken back in. Come on,
Let's
chicken.
put her back in there.
Don't be chicken.
She's like, I'm being manhandled.
I know. Oh, isn't that beautiful?
In and out, in and out.
That is so beautiful. You got some chicken there on the. There you go. That's looking good.
I got some chicken on the what?
On the not some
Rice.
rice.
I could see that.
I can see it. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Perfect. Go ahead and get that juice in
Oh
there.
yeah.
Don't waste it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Now, all right. Now we're gonna see that it loses a little bit of its crispness, but that's okay. The flavor is still through the
Out
roof
of
good.
this world.
Okay, we're gonna let this go just until it really absorbs most of the liquid. It's probably another 10-15 minutes, and then it's eating time. Okay, the time has come.
Yay.
All right, this is one of my favorite chicken.
I love
Rice.
Arroz con pollo.
Yes, and you have
Because
to say
there's two R's, so you got a double trill there.
Look at that. Doesn't that look great? So now I'm gonna just kind of. I know. So and as you kind of move the chicken around, that rice around, it really absorbs that.
Oh yeah.
That looks fantastic.
I'll take it all, please.
I know. All right, I'm gonna scoot this over.
Scooch over. Scooch over.
I'm
There
gonna
you
give
go.
you some of this.
There's that chorizo.
I love it. You know, I just love the consistency of this. You don't want your rice to be like dried out and gummy. So we played around till we got
I like this. This kind of has a, I'm gonna say it, a little bit of a risotto.
a risotto that almost, I was gonna say, or like a gumbo.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Look at that, you guys. Look at that lovely rice. Oh.
Chicken.
There we go. And
Now-
the final touch.
Now, usually I would, do a little green, like parsley is a nice touch, but I didn't have any parsley on hand, which is rare.
I love
but I like
green
the
onions.
scallions. I like the
Yes.
scallions. Yeah. So, okay, let me get myself a little here.
Yes, and I'm gonna.
Oh, look at that chorizo. Oh, you guys. If it tastes half as good as it smells, we are in business. I love
The green olives in there.
the green olives, I know, and those the red
Sorry.
peppers.
I gotta help.
Okay,
you do
thank you. That's
something.
okay. It's fun to just stand there and watch me struggle.
I know. Well,
That's the joy.
that's part of the fun.
That's part of feeding the loon.
Okay, here's your.
Yum.
Put this here.
Oh,
Do
boy.
your sprang. And let's. Hold on, I just have to try the rice real quick.
Are you going to?
Yeah, I just want to try the rice.
Yeah, I
a little
agree.
bit of it. Oh my.
That's what you call flavor. Wow.
Wow. I just
Okay,
went
well-
down the flavor highway.
No, well, we're done.
The flavor highway. Oh, you guys, All right, let me. It's always hit or miss with the thigh where I'm going to get my meat from.
I know.
There we
And
go.
again, you can do this with any cut of chicken. I mean, you could go boneless, skinless chicken breast, and it's still gonna be delicious. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm gonna get some sausage in there too.
Yes. Oh man, all right, me too. Chris, you know you're making my life difficult.
No, I think you make your life difficult.
Here we go. There we go.
Oh, okay.
I want to get the rice and the.
Oh, there you go.
chicken and the pollo.
Now that's a bite-full. That is flavor. He's silent.
Oh my stars. Oh my. That is. Oh.
You're gonna have this, and you're gonna be like, "Where have you been all my life?" He's in heaven. This is also it's one of those. It's just so warm.
It is.
So
It is
you're
so
gonna eat
good.
it, and you're gonna want to go take a nap.
Oh man, and the heat. There's that heat in there too, just a little bit.
Not much.
It's so good though. This is. This is like 500,000% Loon.
Wow! Chicken and rice got 500,000% Loon.
I'm telling you.
It's that good. I'm telling you,
A
it's that
bowl
good.
of I mean, your family will go nuts. This is amazing.
It is. It is. It's right up there with gumbo and risotto and Spanish chicken and rice. You guys, we hope you're having a wonderful time of the year. We love you so much. What are you calling it?
Excuse me. Arroz con pollo. You have to do a TH instead of
And I'm sure we've offended half of our audience. All right. We love you so much. You guys make chicken and rice. Be happy.
Yes.
Bye.